Good evening and welcome to today's edition of Thursday Thoughts. Today's Thursday Thoughts are dedicated to the big day tomorrow, which is National College Decision Day. So, first of all, parents, I know and understand that this just got real. So, either your scholar has decided a while ago, maybe they're not saying and waiting for the big reveal tomorrow. Maybe your particular college choice, their decision day is not until June 1st, but whatever the case is, certainly the buzz is about with the class of 2020 because tomorrow is deemed as the National College Decision Day. So again, congratulations if your scholar has already made the choice. This week's Thursday Thoughts is particularly dedicated to those who are still teetering between one or two or three colleges. You have a narrowed list, but you are still deciding. So if that is your case, I have a few things for you, just three important aspects to think about that you may not have thought about when deciding on what college. And I hope these are helpful as you are narrowing your choice. Number one, so of course, y'all have looked at colleges that have the intended major of what your scholar wants to be. It's really important that you go on the website to see if the college assists with summer internships, or if they've had a success rate at summer internships, or even an intern during the year, during their juniors or senior years. That's something that you want to look at, or if the scholars are just left to their own devices to find their own internships. So you may want to look at that. Another thing when deciding on going to college, especially if your scholar has already decided on their major, you may want to look at, and all of this is on the internet, you may want to look at if professors in those departments are also professionals in their field. So if I have a friend who teaches psychology, but he also has a psychology practice. The same thing if your scholar is going in business or computer science. You may want to see if they are also industry-based professionals and if they've had success so that they can teach your scholar using their real-world experience. Number two, college life is very important. So if your scholar has expressed interest in joining a fraternity or a sorority, you may want to look at the choices to see, one, if there are chapters available, especially if they want to be in the Divine Nine. Some PWIs may not have a chapter. And another thing is you want to see if they do have the chapter, if those chapters are active and in good standing, because some chapters, any fraternity or sorority, they may have been placed on probation by the dean because of something inappropriate. So that's just something to check out. Another thing is, again, you can find this on the internet, you want to see if that college has been labeled as a party school. Some state schools have been, and a lot of people go that route because it is less expensive than a private college, but you want to consider, like, if it is a state school, hopefully like your scholar doesn't get involved in that, and a lot of scholars just rise above that. But it's hard for some to rise above it, and then they're not really graduating in 4 years. They may be graduating in 5 or 6 years. So it kind of may balance out, opposed to a quieter school that was maybe more expensive, but they can concentrate on their studies and graduate in 4 years. And again, the party life happens on all college campuses. It's just that some are more known for it than others. And number 3, social networking is sometimes a good thing. So you should look up the colleges that your scholar is deciding on social media sites. My 2 go-tos are Facebook and Twitter. And you just want to randomly search the college and see what different posts or tweets are. So I just wanted to show you this really quickly. So if you are looking up the college on Facebook, these are things that you want to make sure that you do. In the filter results, make sure you put public for posts from. Any posts, not just the ones that you've already seen, posted from any group, tagged from anywhere in any date. And this is not something that you have to spend a lot of time on, just like randomly scroll. And there are going to be some really great things you see. Hopefully, all of it is great, but you want to pay attention to if there are any negative posts or negative tweets, and if there are a lot of them. Ones that you want to pay attention to: are there any racism tweets? Are there any classism tweets? Are there any sexism tweets? And are there a lot of them that may not necessarily be a reason for you to decide not for your scholar to go to that school, but it's definitely worth a discussion. And I am more than sure, like, somebody on campus, especially if there's a lot of them, I'm not talking about just 1 or 2 random ones, but especially if there are a lot of them, that somebody on campus would be more than willing to talk to you about it. Sometimes something happens to one person and then other people get on the bandwagon. Oh yeah, that happened to me too, but it may not really have happened to them. And it just gets in a frenzy and they just get posting away. So you just want to make sure and be clear it's just something to have in mind. So that is the end of today's Thursday Thoughts. I hope this was helpful. Next week, make sure you tune in, because I will be conveying advice from class of 2019, class of 2018, and class of 2017. Senior parents who have been through what you are going through now, and they will be sharing advice and lessons learned. Thanks. Have a good evening.